Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I'm uploading it now. It's a video of hashtag my top 10 Virgo decks. The whole premise of this, because my birthday is coming up September 2nd, I'm a Virgo, and we're coming up on, in the next couple of days, a new decan, which is Virgo season, and I'm like, what decks what do I typically use in Virgo season? The kind of decks that it's summer, but it's already started that transition into fall, which is my favorite time of year. I don't think that summer or fall anymore is my favorite time of year. It's that in between period, which is a very short period of time. And so I did the top 10 tarot. Now we're going to do the top, in my opinion, my top 10 Virgo Oracle decks. So, without further ado, now I do have a deck because I just threw in the Oak, Ash, and Thorn at the end, even though that to me is more of a fall deck. And I totally forgot about this one. It is the Pastoral Tarot. I should have had this one in there instead of the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, probably. Because the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, I see more of a fall deck. I mean, it does have summer stuff in there, but this is, I don't know why I didn't even think of this deck. It's beautiful. And I didn't realize they were all mass market except for the Oak, Ash, and Thorn I threw in there. But this is that lazy day, end of summer, beautiful, everything's changing, starting to change kind of deck. I love it. I just want to show this one off because it is freaking stunning. It is Lisa Hunt's art. She's the creator, and it is freaking beautiful. I love it. 2 pieces. So I just had to show this one off as a caveat to the previous video because it's beautiful. And it doesn't get a lot of love, I think, because it's landscape, but that just means there's more picture to love, right? This death is gorgeous. Yeah, that's a gorgeous deck. So I just thought I would throw that in there and show y'all the Pastoral Tarot. That should have been in my number 10 instead of the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. And they weren't in any specific number. Neither are these. I just grabbed 10 that I know for a fact, to me, feel like Virgo season. So we have, starting off with Woodland Wardens. This is by Jessica Rue. It is a Andrews McMeel publication. I was all over this deck when it came out. I pre-ordered it. I think I paid like $14. Now it's like 19 or 20. It's got a thin cardstock, but it shuffles amazing. It reminds me of like what I was saying with the Herb Crafters Tarot. Beautiful backs. This has an animal and a keyword in a flower or a plant. And it gives me the same vibes as the Herb Crafters Tarot that I feel like a past life is coming through when working with this deck. Anytime I have anything related to plants come through, I feel like there's this knowledge that unlocks when I use the specific decks, and this is one of them. And of course, the dragonfly is my animal of the air. I freaking love it. Love it so hard. And this is a beautiful... I said that in the Oak, Ash, and Thorn in the other video. The freaking mouse is so freaking cute. I hate mice in my house, but they're cute in the decks. Love that. Stunning. There's not that many cards. I still think there's plenty. I think there's 44. It doesn't say here, but I think there's 44 cards in this deck, which is good enough. But a lot of people are complaining that they need more than that nowadays because they are starting to skimp on... mass market decks are starting to skimp and have like 36 cards. I do prefer more, but I think this is just enough. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cheap deck. And I love it. So that's deck 1 of the Oracle decks. Deck 2. This is the mini Roots and Wings Oracle deck. And again, these are just decks that I could see pulling out and working with during a Virgo season just because they're more earthy based to me. Decks are gorgeous. And I didn't know if I was going to put this in here, but I'm like, yeah, totally. Yeah, look at that. Totally a transition from summer to fall kind of deck right here. And it's straight and to the point, and I freaking love this deck. It's so cute. So little. It's one of the few I have that are small enough that I can take everywhere with me, throw it in my purse. I don't know why I have some of the cards are turned around. I don't read reversals, especially my Oracle decks. But it is stunning, and I freaking love it. Love it. 2 pieces. So that is the mini Roots and Wings Oracle deck. And I keep it in the same pouch I got it in, with all the little extra bits that comes with it. Deck 3 is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. It is a Hay House publication by Adriana Ayales. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. This deck surprised me. It is the typical thicker Hay House cardstock, but that was my bad. It does shuffle well. I haven't used it as often as I thought I would. Oh my gosh. Just because I'm like that with astrology decks for some reason. Love the backs. This deck, however, has the herb. If I could get it in frame. The herb and then a keyword. However, and it's weird because, again, it's one of those that has, you know, the herb in it, and with the other, with the Woodland Wardens and the Herb Crafter's Tarot, I feel like they're unlocking past life stuff for me. This one is almost like I'm in a whole new school of thought. It's upping that game, and I'm out of my element, and I have to rely on the book, and I have to rely on other things to get what I need out of it. Maybe because that's the astrology part of it coming in. This card I've talked about many times. I've been having lots of issues, female issues especially, since November of last year. This card kept falling out for me, and I'm like, what is happening here with the image? And then I looked it up, and this is an actual herb that, I don't know why, for some reason I thought the herbs in here were fake. They're not. They're real herbs. This comes in a capsule for things to help you, the female stuff, regulate. And it works, because I bought it, and it works great. I've been on 4 different medications from doctors. None of them worked. I took a card from this deck, that card, got that herb, and it worked. And I'm like, seriously? So I think the astrology part of this deck was throwing me off, and that I think that happening was its way of saying, but you remember this stuff. Why are you butting up against that? Why are you not listening? And since then, I'm like, whoa, this deck is just, it's crazy, and it's crazy accurate. And anytime I feel called to use this deck, it's not because of the astrology part of it. It's because it wants me to reconnect with whatever herb I draw. And there's always a reason why I'm drawn to a specific herb in this deck. It's insane. But this is, to me, a very Virgoan deck because of the herbs factor in it. So let's stick with herbs again. We're going to go with the Seed and Sickle. This is deck 1, 2, 3, 4. This is published by Liminal 11. I freaking love this deck. I don't hardly use this just because it seems so decadent to me. And I have the special edition of it as well. It comes with 2 guidebooks. One is the Seed and Sickle Dawn guidebook, and one is the Seed and Sickle Dusk. This is created by Fez Inkwright. This deck is stunning. And the freaking card on top, no, it's not the one on top. It shuffles amazing. I saw Simon at the Hermit's Cave do a walkthrough of this deck. That is my favorite flower ever. And I said, if he pulls a daisy out of this deck, if there's a daisy in this deck, I'll think about getting it. And sure enough, there's a daisy in here. And I said, well, if he pulls the daisy, what are the odds that he's going to pull that specific card? If he pulls the daisy, I'll know this deck I have to get this deck. And sure enough, he pulled the freaking daisy out of it. And then he read the Dusk, because that's usually the one I connect with. Look how stunning that is. And I was just floored. I was in tears by the end of his video. And I'm like, I have to have this deck. Because again, this is another one that I feel like it unlocks that past life stuff for me. I know what herbs to use with what, and I know what combos to use them with, and I know what the daisy means. And it's only when I'm using these specific decks does that seem to, oh, I just turned that upside down. When I'm using these specific decks, love this poppy. That, is it the last card? Almost the last. There's the daisy. It's only when I use these decks that comes out. And it's just weird and wild and crazy. And if you have this deck, I encourage you to read the guidebook on this card. It's just phenomenal. Especially when I had meditations of a young Indian girl, which are on my channel. And a daisy would come up. So every time it was red daisies. So every time I know red daisies come up, she's around. Okay, so next we have, so that was deck 4. I feel like I've got way more. This is the Solitary Witch Oracle. Stunning. This is by Lucy Cavendish. This is one of the only decks of hers that I'm attracted to. It's published by, I think it's Blue Angel. Yeah, it's Blue Angel. It's got that beautiful, soft, matte, gorgeous cards. It's just a stunning, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. So look at that freaking moon. Yeah. It's a total witchy fall, almost fall type of deck. And I love it. I love it. I love all the full moons in it. We've got a burst of summer. It looks like the Empress here. And I like all the different borders. This is the one I keep pulling. Being Alone, the Solitary Witch. And it's stunning. Stunning. And it's different than any other Oracle deck I have. It's more cartoony looking. Or hand-drawn looking. Maybe that's sort of looking for hand-drawn. It's stunning. And I love it. Two freaking people. I don't know why they're all messed around. That's crazy. But that is the Solitary Witch Oracle. Gorgeous. Okay, now we have Denise Linn, Native Spirit Oracle by Hay House. I bought this deck because I bought her, my favorite deck of hers is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which is not in this video. I don't know why, but I'm happy with the 10 I brought. It shuffles well. It's a glossy cardstock instead of the other. But I had the other deck, and I saw somebody do on their channel have this deck, and I'm like, I need that. I need it in my life. And then I've rarely used it because the glossy seems to be wearing off. Like in spots, it's pinched up, and I'm like, it's almost like it got wet, but it's never gotten wet. So I don't use it because of that, because it's so freaking beautiful. So freaking beautiful. I'm afraid to mess it up. But I love this deck so hard. So hard. It's so beautiful. Look at that storyteller. Like, come on. Yeah, this one is like right here. It's like the plastic's coming off. It's weird. And that happened like the second time I tried to use this deck. I'm like, what is happening with the plastic on here? It's like it's coming off. But the images are just freaking gorgeous. And I just could not. And to me, this is like the ultimate Virgo deck right here. Because it's all nature. It's all stunning. It's, yeah. Getting in touch with that native spirit of yours. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So next we have Earth Wisdom Oracle. I did not know this deck existed. This is a Los Scarabero. Oh, I didn't realize that. Los Scarabero. Doesn't have the whole lot of cards. However, I saw this on... it should shuffle. It just doesn't have enough. It shuffles beautiful. Beautiful. I saw it on Dawn Michelle's channel as she's looking at green earthy decks, I think. And I'm like, what is that? Did not know this existed. I did not know it's been out forever. I immediately went and bought it after I watched it on her channel because I have the Universal Celtic Tarot, which is on my video I'm uploading right now for the tarot. And I saw this on the, and I have the Universal Celtic Tarot. And I'm like, this would be perfect for that. And I think she was actually pairing those two together. And I'm like, what? And it's stunning. It's the ultimate green Virgo deck that transitioned from summer into fall. It's got a bit of magic in it. It's just stunning. And I was like, I have to get it. It was only like $15 on Amazon. So yeah, it is stunning. Stunning. So I bought it and I only pair those two together now. They are beautiful together. So we got 3 decks left. Next we have by Stacey DeMarco, the Earth Power Oracle. This is a Blue Angel publication. I did not know this deck existed either, and I just happened to see it on somebody's channel. I don't even remember whose channel it was on, but I immediately went and bought it because I'm one of those people that like to not astral travel, but like, there's the backs, and they're huge cards. Why am I doing that? There. Thinking about going to other places and other dimensions and things like that, this would be perfect for that. And it's got, they're all locations, and it's gorgeous, and it's stunning, and I freaking love it. I don't use it that often because I use it for specific, like, not time jumping, but I pull this one a lot. But for like interdimensional work or traveling. And I think that's beautiful for that. It's the perfect deck for that. To do meditative traveling. It's beautiful and I love it. Plus some of these places give me very deep feels like again, a past life is coming through from that, which I found very interesting. 2 left. This one is Dawn Michelle's fault too. It's the Fairy Temple Oracle. Also Blue Angel. It's freaking beautiful, and it's got green all in it, and I could not help myself. And of course, and it's that buttery, soft matte again. That's the reason I bought this deck. This card with the poppies and the daisies. I'm just like, gorgeous. Had to have it. Stunning, stunning deck. I used it quite a bit in the last month because I just got it in the last month. And it's freaking beautiful. And I love it. 2 pieces. It's very green, very earthy, very Virgoan to me. And I adore it. I'm about to be out of time, so that's why I ran through that quick. And I got 1 deck left. It is a indie deck. It is the Southern Gothic Oracle. It comes in like a little drawer. And comes with a little book. It's got a nice cardstock. Shuffles great. Of course, the copperhead is on top. This is like where I grew up. I grew up in Arkansas. I live in Missouri now, in the city. But I grew up in Arkansas, where there was cotton fields as far as the eye could see. A lot of this was here. Like, I think of dog. I think of, the dog graveyard down the street. I think of black coffee, people going to work. There was cotton gins everywhere. So people were still working in these cotton gins. And a lot of this may seem more New Orleans or Mississippi, but Arkansas is right in the middle of all that. And so I grew up with a lot of this stuff. And it just, other than the ocean, which I wish, but no shells. But I saw this deck and I'm like, I need this deck. But then I'm like, do I want it? And then it just kept nagging me. It was like, you need me. You really need me. And I freaking love it. I love it to pieces. It's one of my favorites. Probably in the top 10 favorite Oracle decks of all time. Freaking Locust or Cicada, whatever you want to call them. They've been all over my last 2 nights at my door, on my front door, making all kinds of noise till like 3 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's just weird because I've been hearing them go real loud and then they just stop. It's weird. And then we, of course, have, everybody has crows, don't they? This is probably my favorite card in here. I don't know why. And it's called Dashed Hopes and Mourning. Of course it is. Because I'm all about the dark cards. But that is my Oracle, top 10 Oracle decks that, to me, are the ultimate Virgo season decks. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And I'm going to put this one as a hashtag top 10 Oracle, top 10 Virgo Oracle decks. So if you want to do a VR to either of those, I'm all for watching you guys, see what you guys come up with. In the meantime, I will let you go, and you guys have a good night. Bye.